After the horses were situated and the trailer was unpacked, I hopped on Bits and schooled him first. Since I only had one other horse to school today, I actually had time to make sure my own horses were clean, which is something that I usually don't have time to do at horse shows. I was in Bacardi's stall grooming him, getting ready to get on him, and I thought I dropped my gloves in his stall because I saw something darkish looking in the shavings, and I reached down to pick it up and it was not my gloves, it was his poop, but I didn't actually touch the poop. It was almost really gross. I almost picked up Bacardi's poop. I'm like sitting in the corner of our tack stall trying to hide from everyone because there's a lot of people here and I don't really want anyone to see me talking to the camera, so I'm like trying to hide, but we're just finishing everything up right now. Both boys were really good schooling tonight. I feel a whole lot better. I was very stressed out because Bits was gonna have to move up to stay in the big ring and Bacardi was gonna be showing outside, and I've only ridden him outside once this year and that was yesterday. So I was a little worried about that, but both horses were really good, so I'm feeling a lot better and I am excited to show tomorrow. I'm gonna feed them dinner, I need to wash Bacardi's legs, and then I need to go help my mom put my banner up. I need to find a hat tomorrow. I don't have a hat with me and I'm gonna need one. I look pretty gross. The last show I had Bits at, I just lunged him in the mornings because that's really all I had time to do, since it's normally kind of chaotic in the mornings dealing with the kids and making sure they're actually doing what they're supposed to be doing. But this weekend I obviously had a lot less responsibility, so I was able to hack him around the ring in the mornings before the show started.
We had some time to get breakfast, and then I went back to the stalls and groomed the horses, and then it was finally time to get our show day started. I'm on Bits first, getting him ready for his first time in the baby greens. I was originally planning to do the 2-foot open on him, which is what he did at the last show, but due to how big the show was getting, they changed the ring schedules around a little bit, so the 2-foot open got moved to the little ring, and I really wanted to keep him in the big ring, so I decided to move him into the baby greens. Baby greens are 2-6, and it's what I was planning on showing him in this year, but just not at this show. But he's been really good schooling at home, so I just decided to go for it. This is his first trip that he actually won. There's obviously a lot of things that could have been better, but for his first time showing 2-6, I'm really happy with how it went. Bits wasn't the most confident in himself the first time he was here, so it was really nice to see him have more trust in himself and me, especially since the jumps were a little bigger. And then here's a second trip that he was 5th in. I think this trip would have been nicer than the first trip if I hadn't had a major brain fart down the diagonal line and just totally not think to bring the horse back to me, because we jumped in pretty big and he was eating up the line, and it's supposed to be a 6, but I just continued on because we go into this line so nicely, and so I was just hanging on to this pace thinking like, oh yeah, like I don't have to do anything. No, sweetie, you still have to bring the horse back to you when you jump in big, not just continue on like everything's perfect. It wasn't perfect. So yeah, I completely ruined this trip by going into La La Land down this line, but you know what? I'm leaving it in anyways because things happen and nobody is perfect. So now we're gonna have a major change of pace to get the wild child ready to go in the ring. You can't really tell in these videos, but it was crazy windy out, like there was little dust tornadoes blowing around everywhere. It was kind of insane, and I'm not gonna lie, it freaked me out, and I honestly thought about not showing the horse today, but I made myself do it because I need to get braver, so I'm trying to get better at pushing myself out of my comfort zone again. This is Bacardi having a meltdown because there were people sitting in chairs that weren't there yesterday. Once he got over his issues with the people in the chairs, he was really good and he stepped back up to the 0.85 for the first time since his injury. This part right here kills me because he got so confused. He really thought he was supposed to go to a jump and he didn't know if it was supposed to be the one on the left or the right, so he kept swapping his lead. And I was like, buddy, we're just trying to go in between the jumps right now, so you can chill out.
I am all done showing. We just ate lunch. We had to go to the tack trunk because I needed to get a hat. I for some reason thought that I would just be okay without a hat this weekend, but definitely need a hat after I take my helmet off because I always have a really gnarly line on my forehead from my hairnet and it's just really not super attractive. Oh, what is the light doing? We also got some cookies for Bacardi and Bits because they were both very good today. My mom picked them out these, but both Bacardi and Bits are super picky, so I'm not convinced that they'll actually eat them. So I got them the peppermint ones as a backup because I know they like peppermint.
I think it's pure sugar. Oh my gosh, it is sugar, isn't it? Or does it taste bad?
I tried it, Shirley can at least try it. You still think they're gonna eat them?
No, we have a taker.
He's eating it while he's pooping. He's in there pooping.
He likes it.
I don't know that he does. He's spitting it out.
Bacardi started our day off today. It was a little chillier, but thankfully not as windy as it was yesterday. When I was done with Bacardi, I had to rush back to the barn to get Bits ready for his last 2 trips in the baby greens today. Bits was second place in both trips today. He was feeling pretty relaxed, and then of course it was just my luck that there was kids going up the bleachers right as he was going by, so it scared him a little bit and he was a little worried and distracted in his first trip. I've also got some work to do with this horse in getting him to stop swapping his lead in front of the jump. He did it at the same jump both days, so we've got some homework to do. Although I think a lot of it is just him being nervous, and as he gets more relaxed in the show ring, it'll go away because it's not something that he really does at home. So I think it's more so to do with him being at a horse show. And then here, I think he was just a little busy looking out the gate, wishing he could be done, so I had to step out a lot harder than I intended to get the lead change, and I ended up losing my stirrup, which is something that has not happened to me in a show ring since I was a kid, but I guess I'm still very capable of losing my stirrup. And so my last line was a little bit of a mess because I was just unorganized in my turn because I was thinking about getting my stirrup back and a little in shock that I actually just lost my stirrup. But anyways, now we're at a second trip and I am so happy with this trip. It was the perfect way to end the show. We finally put all the pieces together and I stopped doing stupid things and Bits really relaxed and just everything was really nice. I've watched this trip probably 100 times now because I'm really proud of it. It shows how far this horse has come and it's got me really excited for his future.
We are all done showing. Bits and Bacardi were both awesome this weekend. Bits was actually reserve champion in baby greens this weekend, so that's exciting. So there's a girl here that like makes horse treats and she's been selling them at horse shows. And
obey traffic laws, be alert and use voice command.
So after I was done showing, we went to get lunch at the concession stand and I talked to the girl's mom and they gave me a whole bunch of treats because the girl watches my YouTube and she really wanted me to have some treats. So I'm gonna show you guys everything they gave me, and when I get home, the horses are gonna try some cookies. There's this little jar of cookies, dehydrated sweet potatoes, carrots, these little popsicle things for ponies, which are really cute. I think I just broke one. There's a little donut. Yeah, there's just some more popsicle things in there. I'm not gonna pick them up because I broke one. I don't want to break the rest of them. But yeah, that was really sweet and I'm excited for the horses to try all this stuff. Her mom also wrote a book and they gave me a book too. So I'm gonna read it when I get home. That's the thought. We are going to feed the ponies their new treats.
I'm a pony. I need to go in an empty stall.
You're not a pony.
Yes, I am.
So let's go do this. They are very excited. I'm gonna feed Geronimo the little lollipop.
I want a piece. Luna.
That's enough. You are a fat little lady. You need to chill out. Luna? Luna, I'm trying to feed you, you donkey.
She's so fat. You like it? Hey, quit eating his treats.
Animal approves and so does Luna. And so do I. They're so rude. Boys.
He's being kind of polite. You're If you were
Uh-oh. You got Luna too.
I like them, I'll give you. Oh my goodness.
Pablo, you're such a turd.
No. Don't sniff it. Is that good?
The like frosty part is. Oh, it's melted up. There you go, boys. Pablo, catch. Ready?
He said, I like those. Over the river and through the wood, grandma's house we go. More like to the horse's pasture we go. That is the. You want it? Are you gonna eat it in one big bite? My God.
Calm down, Marco. Calm down. Have to be a nice boy. Better watch out.
He's gonna bite me.
Look at his face. I feel so sorry for your pony. Okay, the horses definitely approved. All right, that child needs to sleep.